To think that other parts of the country are not freezing to death makes you want to move. This is actually getting old, being in this cold weather. There's other parts of the country that it's not as extreme, and they won't tell you. Those are more expensive places to live, though. Oh. Man. It took me 12, I did it in 6 years, but I spent 12 years decoding this reality. That's all I've been doing. Now I'm to the point where I see enough. I see enough. My quest is finished. And I promise you, 98% of the people around you are just in the flesh mind. It's all about me, take, psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, drinking, drugs, gallivanting, trying to get pleasure out of this place, trying to get fulfillment out of this place. And if you can't see, it's the same stuff. You can just Google on Google Maps and zoom to another city, you're going to see the same stuff. You can go to another country, you're going to see streets and roads. They might look a little different in their architecture, but it's pretty much the same. And you go around the mountain, and you're trying to talk to people and say, don't you see it? And they look at you like you're insane. Can't you see it? See what? The only way to avoid going crazy is to have a routine. Even though the routine is just a cycle and it's a flow, the routine that you're in on your daily life is just a cycle birthing and a blood flow. It represents the flow of the blood. There has to be the blood covered. And so you're talking to the average person who's still caught up with the bells and whistles of this place, and it's like the music. Even the music, it's all a construct. It's all a Gentile distraction. It's all fake. I was going to go there, but I'm not. Look at that. That's ridiculous. So I got this car behind me, and I knew that guy was turning, so I had to navigate slowly. If you just give other people the right of way, a lot of times that will save you an accident. And that's true in life too. If somebody wants to throw a fit and have a temper tantrum or a pity party or I want it my way. Okay, whatever, go ahead. You can have it your way. I learned that from my boss recently. If they're throwing a fit, I want it my way, and it's not a big deal. Just let them have it their way. It totally all makes sense. It all fits, people. Every time I come to this restaurant, it's either cold outside or raining or hot. And I don't know why I don't go when the weather's good. I think I'll just go through the drive-thru so I can keep talking. What I'm going to do now, focus on the decode's done. I've decoded this whole reality by the grace of God. The poles, the cars, the lights, the buildings, the grass, the trees, the green, the yellow, the red, shapes, symbols, colors, all of it. The narcissist, the psychopath, sociopath. I don't need to decode anything else. I'm just going to focus on what I enjoy doing. And if I have opportunity to give out the gospel in the real world, I will. Clean my car, do my ride share, do my little side businesses, and clean, cook. I don't even like to cook. I can boil some eggs or something. I know how to, I'm not gonna cook. If I do anything, it'll probably just be like cold cut sandwiches. But every time you go to the deli, you're taking a chance on getting sick. I got really sick, let's say January last year, going to the deli, maybe, I don't remember what month it was, but it's been about a year ago. And I thought it was back pain, so I popped my back out of joint. And for 9 months, my back was out of joint. I finally popped it back in place one day. And everything, all the pain went away somehow. If I just went to a doctor, it would have been, I wouldn't have had to go through that. But it was all for a reason. Chiropractic stuff, doctor, they're real. It's a real thing. Magnesium is a real thing. You've got to take some magnesium. The sad part is I can't even talk to the common man anymore because, I mean, if I look over there, see that? I don't know if you can see the words. This is Mattress Center. Ma, double T, SS Center. That has a deeper meaning. Everything in front of you has a deeper meaning. The Ma, double cross, RESS Center. So what is a mattress? You're laying down on the ground, right? SS goes back to so the way you decode stuff is look at it from a holographic point of view from all sides. Because it's all part of the whole. Information technology, the word craft. So what is a mattress? You're laying down horizontal. You're not getting anything done. You're not doing it. You're not upright. You're not doing anything. You're just in the sine wave, the sin wave, laying down. You're not vertical. You're horizontal. Center. CENTER. T is the cross. ER is errors. So you're moving from the horizontal state on the outside of the DVD, and you're moving towards the center. And what's the center? The hub. What's the center of a wheel? The hub. What is the hub? Jesus is the hub. So you got the flesh and the spirit in all words, all shapes, all letters, all symbols. And to see that is just crazy. To be able to see that, it's just off the roof. You can't even talk to your own bloodline anymore. After you get saved, you can't. If you're saved around unsaved, if you're born again in an unsaved bloodline, you can't even hardly talk to them anymore. And then when you see the code, you can hardly talk to anybody. And if you do meet somebody that knows the code, a lot of times they're not really saved. And let's say you tried to get married again, and it's somebody that didn't know the code, and you're sitting here in the car and you start talking about the code, they'd look at you like, let's say she was driving and you're sitting here, you said, hey, can you drive? I'm tired. I'm gonna just meditate on something. And she'd be driving. I'd say, see that code up there? She'd say, well, I'm going to take you down here to the funny farm. I'm going to take you down here and have them commit you because you're talking crazy stuff. Look at the red signs. You always have to have black, white, and red because that's the blood of it. The black and white is the checkered board, and the red is the blood of his cross. And you always have to have green and red too, because that's Cain and Abel. And so those archetypical stories that you see in Revelation have to appear in your daily holographic experience. This is a hologram. It feels real. But you know it's just a dream life because it's all going to burn up. And the only thing real is what lasts. What will last? So let's say you do get a divorce. Did it last? No, must not be real. Let's say you did have a friend and they take off and you never see them again. Was it real? Nah, it wasn't real. Let's say you did have a girlfriend and she disappears. Was it real? Let's say that y'all decide to be friends. Yeah, that's real. But let's say that they disappear, whoever it is. And everybody's going to disappear when they die, Some people go crazy. Some people have an accident. I mean, everybody's going to disappear down here eventually. I think I need to put this all in a book so that when I do disappear, get raptured, it's out here. But even if I put it in the book, there's going to be a rapture. There's going to be a tribulation. Jesus is going to come back and destroy those that would destroy the earth. About a third of the people are going to be gone. This whole place is going to be renovated. The first earth was renovated by water. The next by fire. So even if you wrote it down, the Bible says in much books is by writing many books. It's how does it say it? When you try to write too many books, it's pretty much like vanity. It's like it wears you out. Do it that way. One of those elite kings or pharaohs or whoever said, "As much study's made you mad." Yeah, you can't see it unless the Holy Spirit shows it to you, or if it's the anti, they get shown by the wrong spirit. If I just told the average person that's never seen my channel, let's say they were in the car and I was riding, let's say it was an Uber ride or something. Or some neighbor needed to go to the emergency room or go to get some food or something. Let's say I was trying to help somebody, right? And they were in my car. First of all, if they're smoking or drinking and cursing, I just had to say, I can't ride with you, man. You're just not on I just can't deal with that. I'll pay for an Uber, But anyway, you have to get by yourself really to see the deeper things. But if somebody was riding in the car and they never saw my channel, and I started saying, there's some people can hear you though, believe it or not, that's never heard this stuff before. But if I just started talking, showing code hidden in plain view, they would actually think you were insane. And so no matter where I'm at, this spot, that spot, no matter where you're at, the same story is playing out in front of you. And if you can't see any of that, you can at least see a series, right? You can see these telephone poles in series, these dashes, those windows over there, the trees, the lights, the clouds, the grass blades. It's all following a pattern in series. And so the word series goes back to sequence, right? In sequence, following after. So everything's just following after. What is it following after? Christ and His church. It all points to Christ and His church. Christ and His church in every snapshot that you look at. So every storyline that's playing out in front of you, even if it's drama, every storyline that's playing out in front of you is pointing to what? The cross. So everything that you face off with, that red light flashing right there, is telling you the story of the cross, because the Cain and Abel story points back to the cross. What happened at the cross? Jesus took on our sin, the flesh mind, the murderers, the liars, the scammers, the narcissists. Jesus took on the sin of the narcissist at the cross. And so that's anybody who's done anything wrong. That's really everybody. So he went to the cross. I think I smell antifreeze. I hope I don't have a leak. I wouldn't be surprised with this cold weather. Something popped, you know. That's a shame if that's true. And that kind of stuff brings you back to brings you out of the 5D back to 3D. And if enough of it happens too much, and it might be this food over here or something. Might be a weird, it only happened when I got this food in the car. Hopefully that's what it is. So you're seeing these 5-dimensional truths or higher, and you get stuck on that. I mean, it becomes an obsession. I hate to say it, but I had to. So if I was ever addicted to anything, it's addicted to finding the what this place is and the truth and all that. And so you become obsessed with the unseen, and you tend to let the seen fall apart, you know. But then after you finally finish the decode, you start to work. You spend all your time on the 5D for many years, and you thought, okay, I'm still here. I got my health. I kept it held together, so now let me just go ahead and focus on the 3D full time. And then when you focus on the 3D full time, it gets monotonous and boring, because it's like, this is so boring being down here in this 3-dimensional repeat drama show, Truman Show. It's so boring. And you're trying to get people saved, and every argument they come up with, you've already heard the argument 1,000 times. Well, I don't need to be saved. I'm already saved. I was born saved. Yeah, whatever. And so you got all these arguments to fight against you. For what? For what? Just to keep saying it over and over and over and over. There's people get in the car back here, and it's just, I need to go here. Okay. I need to go to Walmart. All right. You know how many times I went to Walmart? Thousands. A couple thousand. Maybe 3,000 times I've been to Walmart. Trying to smell if that's antifreeze coming through the vent. So my suggestion to you is, whatever you enjoy doing, job-wise, do it. Don't do something hobby-wise, job-wise. Don't do something you hate. You're gonna have to live all your life doing something you hate. Try a lot of different things and find something you enjoy, because it will get monotonous down here. And keep a balance. And always try to keep a balance. Try to get 7-8 hours sleep. Drink a lot of water. You don't have to be there overnight. Let's say you have a goal. You don't have to do it overnight. Just set a long-term goal. Think longevity. Do what the military does in China and the USA. This is the way they were doing. It's called game theory. And I think after I eat this food, I'm going to watch some game theory videos and some super forecasting videos. we already know the future. And so something else I want to say, if you really think that your life is your own, the script was already written. And we see what happens in Revelation. So all these corporations, Elon and Bezos, and all these corporations, they think they're going somewhere. They're going to think they're going to do something different. They think they're going to the moon or off planet. But you see what the script says in the Bible. And so they're running around like a chicken with their heads cut off. And the AI machine man's going to appear. And then the rapture right before that. And they're going to think, oh, we've overcome we beat God. They think they're beating God, That's what they're trying to do, usurp God and take over the simulation. And then all of a sudden, they say, peace, peace, but then sudden destruction. It's really sad. And so you think your life is your own. It's just all scripted. If it's scripted on a bigger scale, if God scripted this thing on the bigger scale and you see it unfold, and then you think your little world on a smaller scale is not scripted, it's all scripted. All right, that's enough.